Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Don't Touch My Music podcast with me, Kiana, and my co host, Chardonnay.
Hi.
Once again, I'm welcoming you to a Thursday episode. So, um, we're back with a little discussion of our favorites, but this time we're focusing on songs that were released in the 2000s. Um, because we feel like it was a really good era for music.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be looking at our favorite songs of the 2000s,
Yeah.
from
That
whichever year within the 2000s branch of life. Um, because why not? First and foremost,
yes.
we do
That
what
was
we
a
want here.
very that was a very good era of music, like no
Listen,
doubt. Like when I was looking through the songs, I was like, wow, like a lot of good songs was released around this time.
yeah, and some of them are so timeless that I didn't realize they were released that long ago.
Right. Like yeah.
But some of
Yeah.
because some of these bitches are going on 2 decades, and I'm here
Mhm.
like 2 decades from where?
From where? Right. It
Yeah.
feels like brand new. So I'll start first with my first song from my
Hmm.
top 5 picks. And of course I'm gonna go with Umbrella, Ella, Ella,
What a
a,
time to be alive.
Listen. So I'm gonna go with Umbrella by Rihanna featuring Jay-Z. And it's from her album Good Girl Gone Bad, because she was a good girl and now she's bad. um and this song was actually released in 2007, and this is a song that actually propelled her from a rising star into stardom. This song was actually known as her signature song at that time,
Hmm.
because everyone was singing this song and everyone knew Rihanna for
So
the
true.
song
So true.
Umbrella.
Yes.
And while doing research, I came to understand that this was a song that also transitioned her into sort of a sex symbol. Yeah, so seeing that this was from her album Good Girl Gone Bad, they thought that this was a bit more edgier, this was a bit more sexier from her previous album, which was um Girl Next Door. And with Girl Next Door, she had a more softer look. She looked like just a little innocent, sweet little girl. But then
Mm.
Good Girl Gone Bad was a bit more dark, more edgier, more sexier. And this, the way, I think the reason why she made Good Girl Gone Bad is because she was thinking of how she can be able to define herself as an artist and step into her own light, be
Yeah.
her own artist, because everyone was trying to compare her to whoever was
Hmm.
popping at that time, because it's like, oh, here's this new girl trying to make it in the industry, she's trying to do what this one is doing or trying to do what that one is doing. And with doing the album Good Girl Gone Bad, but specifically creating the song Umbrella with Jay-Z, she made herself individually known as Rihanna, the artist, and this is what I stand for. This is my style, and this is my look, and whatever. Um, and in an interview, Rihanna said that the song Umbrella refers to protection,
Hmm.
as if an umbrella, when it's raining, you put it over your head,
Hmm.
to protect yourself from the
Yeah.
rain. And she said, an umbrella is protection. It protects you from the rain. And the rain in this case, meaning in her case, was the negativity and vulnerability of those that were trying to attack her, at that time of her being so young and new in the
Mm.
industry or whatever the case may be. But that is one of my favorite songs from the
Yeah.
2000s, Umbrella, no doubt. And I think it was a very special moment for her,
Mm.
but also for me in a bit, because um it was just a time in her career where she just skyrocketed, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it was special for me too, because I'm like, wow, like she being so young from the Caribbean, being able to do this, like it was just a proud moment. So yeah, that's my first song from the 2000s that I like. What's your first song?
Yeah. Listen, Rihanna is that bitch,
Yeah.
actually. So anyway, I was deep in Rihanna thoughts.
Yeah.
But so my first song is Miss Jackson by
Mm,
Outkast.
okay.
That came out literally in 2000. Um,
Mm.
so frankly, I had no business.
Mm.
Because how old was I? 7. I was 7
Wow.
when it came out. But it hit then and it hits now.
Mm,
So I'm not even gonna hold my 7-year-old self accountable for that one.
yeah.
Um, so anyway, Miss Jackson by Outkast came out on October 24th, 2000.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
from their album Stankonia.
Okay.
It's a hip hop track, and I was gonna say and for people who do not know who Outkast is, they are a hip hop duo comprised by Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
It won a Grammy, the song.
Mm,
So listen, it did really well. It
nice.
did
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
well. It won a Grammy at the 44th Annual Grammy Awards. They killed that shit. Lyrically, the song is a profession of love from the narrator to his significant other,
Yeah.
in this case, his girlfriend. And it also examines the complexities of having a child out of wedlock.
Mm.
So it's like a love song. It's a love song,
Mm-hmm.
essentially, but it has the added element of also speaking on having a kid together when you're not married.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I found out while I was doing research that Andre 3000 actually said that the song was inspired by his relationship with Erica Badu and her mom.
Ooh.
So yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that little bit there about the song being inspired by Erica Badu. Well, his
Okay.
Andre 3000's relationship with Erica Badu, and
Yeah.
by proxy, his relationship with her mom.
Yeah.
Um, and the reason why I like the song is first and foremost, it has very cool use of a sample. So
Okay.
it samples the Brothers Johnson, the Brothers Johnson, the Brothers, yes, it samples the Brothers Johnson cover of Strawberry Letter 23. Yeah, Strawberry Letter
Okay.
23. But the way in which it's done is really cool because it has like all of these effects and like it's like
Mm.
reversed and all this cool shit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so it's a really cool use of a sample, I think. And then also what I like is because while it is a love song, it's also not your typical love song. The way the subject was approached, I think, is really unique. And then on top of that, because it's one of the things that I remember most is the music video.
Okay.
Um, the music video is dope. It has like cats and dogs nodding along to the music, and that's what I
Mm,
always
mm-hmm.
remember when I think about it. And
Mm-hmm.
then, like, it has all of the symbolism for mending a relationship or like doing the most
Yeah.
to maintain a relationship and stuff. Um, it's just really cool, and it works. It's a really efficient vessel to um, really portray the meaning of the song. That and also Outkast is dope as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Outkast has released some like timeless gems.
Yeah.
I'm very fond of Outkast and
Mm-hmm.
Andre 3000 also. But
Nice.
yeah, so that's my first song.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
the second one?
So my second song is actually "Crazy in Love" from Beyonce featuring Jay-Z. And
Mm-hmm.
this is from her album "Dangerously in Love," and it was released in 2003.
Nice.
And back then I used to listen to a lot of Beyonce. If it was not Rihanna, because Rihanna came later down,
Yeah,
um, I would listen to a lot of Beyonce, and I have
same.
just fell in love with "Crazy in Love."
Listen,
Like
to
the
this
way that
day,
she, yeah, the
to
way
this
that she
day.
sang the song and the way that she performed it in the music video, I'm
Mhm.
like literally crazy, like crazy good,
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and the lyrics of "Crazy in Love" is a reference of when you're in a state of being like in a romantic obsession, like when you
Mm,
fall in love and you're just so deeply or
infatuated.
crazy, yeah, like you're just so deeply or crazy in love, like you're not thinking straight, you're just doing whatever because you're just in love and you're just open-minded and you just want to do everything.
Yeah.
And they actually interviewed Beyonce, and she said it celebrates the evolution of women. It talks about a girl who is at a point in her relationship, and she realizes that she's crazy in love and she's doing stuff that she wouldn't normally do. She's doing it like a bit out of character,
Mm-hmm.
just because she's in love, and she doesn't care about anything else. She just cares that she's in love and she's gonna do whatever she has to do just
Mm-hmm.
because she's in love, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why in the song it says, but at the bridge of the song it says, I'm not myself lately, I'm foolish, I don't
Mm-hmm.
do this, I've been playing myself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
yeah, I just love that song. There is no particular I say story behind it
Yeah.
specifically, but just the
Yeah.
song itself talks about like when you're just obsessively in love with someone and
Yeah.
you're just doing crazy shit. I mean, a lot of people can relate to that shit too, because I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. I was
you
gonna
know,
say.
yeah. So no, I love crazy, crazy, crazy aloud.
It's
Yeah,
such a song. Like to
yeah.
this
So
day, if that song plays in the club, everybody,
no, definitely, most
everybody,
definitely.
me
And
included.
I think it was such a great idea to also have Jay-Z
Yeah.
on the song. Yeah, yeah. That's my second. What's
Yes.
your second?
my second. My
Mm-hmm.
second. I don't think you guys are ready for my second one. No, I'm
Mm.
kidding. You came in ready because you knew we were talking about the 2000s. But um, my second is "Work It" by Missy Elliott,
Ooh, that is a very
which
good one.
it's an iconic one. It's
That
an
is,
iconic
listen,
one. Missy
that
Elliott.
song.
So, Work It was released in September of 2002, September 16th to be exact. And it is from her Under Construction album. Um, and it's a hip hop track. Timbaland co-wrote and co-produced, huh?
Co-produced.
Timbaland co-wrote and co-produced the track. As I was doing my research, I found out that Missy Elliott is actually one of the people behind the popularization of the slang term badonkadonk because of the song.
Mm. Oh,
So it
okay.
became a really mainstream expression because of the use of the word in the song,
Mm.
which I thought was just like, those are bad bitch things.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah,
bad bitch things.
definitely. No, Missy
Making
Elliott is
words,
that
making words
girl.
popular.
Yeah.
Um, and then the part of the song that everybody thinks is just like gibberish. It's not gibberish.
It's not.
It's not. For years and years and years, people thought that it was gibberish, where she says, "I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it," and then there's that part
And
afterwards,
and
and
what she
it's
does with it, because I
actually
know
it's reversed. It's exact.
exactly.
It's I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it, reversed. A lot of people didn't know that for a
Yeah,
very very long time. I think there are still people that sometimes find out even in this day and age, which like
yeah, mm,
I know what that feels like.
yeah,
Because I remember when I realized that that's what that
yeah.
was, I was like, genius shit.
What? I was like,
Um,
she is a
yeah,
genius. Like, I swear she was just singing foolishness, and then when I realized that it was literally the line that she just
yeah,
sang in reverse, I was
yeah.
like,
And
wow.
she does it more than once. So that's not the only line that she reverses in the song.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one. I don't remember what it is now. I did not write it
Mm-hmm.
down for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And that, like her use of like reversing the line like that, like reversing the vocal,
Yeah.
um, that also became more common in songs after the release of Work It.
Mm-mm.
So, like again, bad bitch things.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. No, Missy is like iconic. She is iconic with
She really
her
is.
music videos,
She
like
is.
next level, like
She is.
really.
She is. But anyway, so there's parts of the music video that pay tribute to Aaliyah and Left Eye, who had
Oh wow.
passed like recently before
Yeah,
before the release of the video.
yeah,
Um, so those are just like the little facts there, little background
that's
info
awesome.
on the song. So the reason that I picked it as one of my favorite songs from the 2000s is that I remember the music video like super vividly, because I had never seen anything like it at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was just one of those things that just stayed in my brain forever. It's cool as fuck. Like it became then such like a signature Missy Elliott style, those
Yeah.
videos. And then on top of that, I think that it's such a sound that is so unique to Missy Elliott. Like
Yes.
nobody else could replicate that.
No,
That is
absolutely not.
and like that is Missy Elliott and Timbaland, of course, because he co-wrote and co-produced. But like it's such a signature Missy vibe that it's it's impossible. It's impossible. Like it's just her. Nobody else can do that shit, in my opinion. I don't care
Yeah.
what anybody else has to say. That's how I feel about it. Um, and then it's also a timeless song. In to this day, like me and my friends and my brother and his friends and stuff still put that song in house party playlists.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
still dancing to that to this
Yep.
day. That's one of the biggest reasons that it's one of my favorite songs from the 2000s. It's just still such a good time.
So that was your second song.
Mm-hmm.
My third song is Hot in Here by Nelly.
Hello?
Listen, when I see that song, I was like, wait a minute. This was released in the 2000s. Like,
Yeah.
that was a jam. That
Yeah.
was literally a jam.
Listen,
And
still is.
it still is. So Hot
Still
in Here
is.
by Nelly was released in 2002 on
Mhm.
his album Nellyville. And Hot in Here actually has like three samples in it. So the first two samples are in the beginning. It's actually samples from Neil Young's There's a World
Mhm.
and Nancy Sinatra's As Tears Go By. So those are the two samples that start off in the beginning. And then throughout the whole song, it's a sampled continuous loop of um a song called Bustin' Loose
Mhm.
from Chuck Brown that was actually released in 1979. And I was like, wow,
Nice.
Nelly,
Yeah.
like you really, and actually it was produced by the Neptunes, which Pharrell is a
Ah.
part of,
Mhm.
and Chad Hugo. So basically this song is more of a story instead of a party song because as Nelly explained, it's more of, like when you go to the club and you see a girl and you're just
Yeah.
getting loose and you're just vibing and you're dancing or
Yeah. It's
whatever.
like
And
a
it's,
progression of the night, right?
yeah, and you're getting
Mhm.
hot and it's so hot in here and you literally
Mhm.
want to take your clothes off to just dance or whatever. That's just the vibe of the song. I mean, I love
Yeah.
that song. I was singing that song nonstop,
Yeah.
which I had no
Every
business
time.
singing, which I
Yeah,
had no
listen.
business singing
Listen. We
because,
were listening to music we had no business listening
listen, I was in
to.
primary school and
Yeah.
everyone would be singing that song and we would get in trouble for it because
Of
why are you
course.
taking your clothes off? Why is it hot? you
Why
know?
is it
So,
why is it hot?
so, like, but no, that song was a jam. So that is my third favorite song from the 2000. What's your third favorite?
So my third song is "Feel Good Inc." by the Gorillaz,
Mm.
which was released on the 9th of May in 2005. It's off their Demon Days album. And for people who do not know who the Gorillaz are, they are a British virtual alternative rock band.
Okay.
Yeah,
Come on,
so
virtual.
yeah, so they're basically like we know them as cartoon characters. Um,
Mm.
we do not know them as anything other than that, which I kind of like. That's like it's a cool little like
Yeah. Yeah.
fun little
Fun little
element there.
thing. Right.
So the song is alternative rock and hip hop. It's a mix of the two.
Mm.
It features De La Soul. So
Mm.
for people who love hip hop, you know who they are, and you know that they are great. They're excellent at what they do. Um, and I was looking up, right? I was researching the song, and there's actually a lot of conversation about what the song is actually about. Like, truly, I've seen answers across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna list some of the things because I was
Okay.
like,
Oh, some of the things.
yeah, because there's more opinions. I think I don't think the band has ever like explicitly said that this is what the song is about, so people have just kind of interpreted it over
Right.
time.
Yeah.
um and so some of the things is consumerism, escapism, isolation, intellectual freedom, herd mentality, like stuff like that. But
Mm.
basically, it's criticism. It's a song
Mm. Mm-hmm.
critiquing what people assume to be these things.
Mm.
Um, and then the music video, which plays a big role in the Gorillaz' discography. Um, I saw you. I saw you smiling, and I'm like, Chardonnay's laughing because I said the Gorillaz. I do not know how to make that word plural, but um, music videos play a really important role in the Gorillaz' discography. I
Mm-hmm.
can't. What is the Gorillaz discography?
I guess.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. Um, since they are a virtual band, and in this case, the music video in this one um, makes reference to slash is inspired by Miyazaki's Castle in the Sky, which is a Japanese anime. Um,
Mm.
it's cool. And yeah, so those are just some things about the song. And then the reason why I picked it as one of my favorites of the 2000s is that the Gorillaz are my first memory of like a virtual band. Um, I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't have a memory of a virtual band before the Gorillaz. Um, so that was one reason, and then another reason was the music video because it stayed with me because I found it a little creepy at the time. It used to freak me out a little bit because the story it tells is kind of scary, um, in that you know it's got a little bit of that like brainwashing element to it. It's a little weird, a little dark,
Mm-hmm.
and it used to creep me out. So I never ever forgot it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is kind of the point, really,
Yeah.
of the music video. Um, I haven't heard anything like it since. Again, the Gorillaz have a very specific vibe to their music that I don't think is easily replicated. Um, and I think that the combination of rock and hip hop in this instance was done pretty seamlessly. Like it just worked so well that I think if you don't think it worked well, it's because you don't like nice things.
Mm-hmm.
It's because you don't like nice things and you like looking for something to be angry at because it
Yeah,
worked.
right.
It worked really well. I don't care. It worked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Third.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my fourth, moving on to the fourth, my fourth is Falling from Alicia Keys. Now,
Hello.
that was a jam. I know
Listen.
at a certain point, people were like, oh, this song again, because they played so much.
Listen.
Um, but it was a jam though.
It
Like
was.
that's
It
why it
was.
played so much, you know?
It was.
And
That
I
was some
remember,
R&B goodness.
yeah, and I remember at that time YouTube was also in the beginning stages.
Mm,
You remember YouTube looked like a little chubby TV.
yeah.
And at that time a lot of persons used to upload like covers on YouTube singing songs, and you wouldn't get copyright at
Mm-hmm.
that time because YouTube wasn't as that advanced, you know.
Yeah.
Um and everyone was singing this song, but it was such a
Everyone.
soulful and such a good song,
It
you
is.
know. But anyways, it's Falling. My fourth song is Falling from Alicia Keys, from her album Songs in a Mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually released in 2001. I find it so crazy that this was released before the Rihanna era, because I feel like there was a Rihanna era,
Yeah.
you know, like
I just
this.
like it. It always makes my brain so confused when I realize how long ago some of these songs were released because I'm like,
Yeah,
what? Like I don't
yeah.
remember being that young when the songs came out.
So me too, me
I
too.
remember being older, but
Yeah.
no.
Okay, not that older, but you know.
No, but at least like a teenager. But for most of these, I
Yeah.
wasn't even a preteen yet.
Nope. Same here. Because
Yeah.
this song came out 2001. Hello, I was born like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
But anyway, what I found interesting about this song is that it was topping the charts in the Netherlands and New Zealand. I
Ah,
was like, what? Hello, the Netherlands?
okay.
Like
Netherlands with some
that
taste
I
in the 2000s or
yeah,
whatever.
I thought that was very interesting. It also went on to receive numerous certifications around the
Mm-hmm.
world because it was the one of the best-selling singles in 2001, which I thought that was like wow, but
Yeah.
yes, because
Yeah.
it was that song, you know. So this was actually the first single of Alicia Keys. And she released this when she was 20 years old. And she actually wrote this song 3 years before it was released. Because she was actually signed to Columbia Records, and the album and the music that she had never, got materialized or released or
Yeah.
whatever, because she wasn't with the vision that Columbia had for her.
Mm-hmm.
So it just did not go through.
Mm-hmm.
But then she went on to join another label, um, J Records at that time, which was founded by Clive Davis. And there she got a bit more freedom and creativity. And Clive Davis actually loved the song, and her stuff
Yeah.
was released under him, instead of Columbia. But no,
Nice.
she basically explained that this song is just about her emotions, um, that occurred when she was going through a very turbulent relationship. It's
Mm-hmm.
like deep emotions that she felt when she was going through this relationship, which is reflected through the song, because if you
Yeah.
listen to it, you can definitely feel it. The way how the song is sung and the music video, it's so like vivid, like you
Yeah,
know what I
it's
mean?
very she's a very emotive singer, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, that's my fourth song that I really loved in the 2000s. What's your fourth song?
So my fourth song is for the rock girlies. It is Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
Okay.
It was released on the 11th of March 2002. It's from her debut album Let Go, so it's also her debut single.
Mm.
It's a pop rock track. It's about being your authentic self, not hiding behind a mask, not putting a face on for other people, just being you. Um, and like, honestly, I do not know why I was singing the song's lyrics the way I was at 9 years old. Because what the hell was I so like touched about? Like, why was I so angsty as a nine
Yeah.
year old? What was I going through?
Mm.
Because when I tell
Mm-hmm.
you, I used to sing that song. I used to
Mm.
sing that song. So much so that I actually remember most of the lyrics to this day. Like, I can still sing along to it.
Yeah.
Um, and like, pop rock is still my shit. It's still my shit to this day. Like, there are pop rock tracks that I'm gonna eat right up. I'll gobble them. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, Avril Lavigne, I followed her career for a really long time. I used to listen to every single thing that she dropped, and she just now came back this year
Yeah.
or the end of last year. This year? I feel like it was this year, but I
Mm.
also don't understand time. Time just passes, and I'm unaware of it. So, um, she's back. She's doing the things. As I was saying, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a cat on my lap because she decided to enter the room. And I'm
Mm.
not gonna kick her out because I like her. Avril Lavigne is back and doing the thing. She's making music. She's releasing the tracks. She collaborated with Willow Smith and Travis Barker, and all of that good stuff. I have, I, I, I haven't listened to her new things, but I'm just glad to see her back in her little like pop rock element, man, doing the
Yeah. Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Awesome.
that's my
Fourth.
yeah.
Yeah. So my fifth is "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey. Now, guys,
Timeless. Timeless. Another
timeless.
song I had no business singing like that. Like, who
Listen,
hurt me? Nobody. But
yeah,
I'll
let me tell
sing
you,
it
I
like
was
somebody did.
singing, I was singing that song,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I have been through nothing,
Yeah.
nothing, but I'm singing.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, right? Okay, so "We Belong Together" by Mariah Carey is actually from her album, The Emancipation of Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
It was released in 2005. And this has an interesting backstory because um her album Glitter and Charm Bracelet. That was so Glitter was released in 2001 and Charm Bracelet was released in 2002.
Mm.
Based on research, it didn't do so well, and she got a lot of criticism and questions about her vocal ability from Charm Bracelet. And when she released We Belong Together, it was a huge comeback from that album where persons had questioned her vocal ability.
Yeah.
So We Belong Together was sort of her proof record that okay, I still got those vocals packed, but
Mm-hmm.
also kind of took her out of that place where Glitter and Charm Bracelet wasn't doing so well. Yeah, this We Belong Together was more of her return of not doing so well as they would consider, but I think it was fine because I mean, hello, 3 million copies. Hello, like
Yeah.
what? Um, yeah. So, and the song was basically about a heartbreak that she had went through with someone that she was dating in the 1990s,
Mm-hmm.
and it talks about like her leaving the relationship and not knowing how much the relationship had meant to her at the
Mm-hmm.
time that she was in it, and now that she has left, she realized that it meant so much for her, so much to her, and the person that she was with meant a lot to her. So that's basically what We Belong Together
Yeah.
was about. And you could, based on the backstory that I just gave, you can actually hear it in the song as well. The feelings, the way how it is sung, the music video, like it's very passionate, very emotional, very relatable, I guess, for some persons as well. But I like songs when you listen to them, like you can hear the passion, or you can
Yeah.
almost feel like you're there with the artist. When they sing these type of songs, like "Fallin" from Alicia Keys, "We Belong Together" from Mariah, and
Yeah.
"Crazy in Love," even "Crazy in Love" from Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
like those type of songs because it feels like you're in the moment. Right there. I love that. Yeah. So that's my fifth. What's your fifth?
Okay, so my fifth song is Family Affair by Mary J. Blige.
Ooh.
Exactly. It was released July 24th, 2001. It's from her album No More Drama.
Oh,
Um,
no more pain, no
exactly.
more pain, no more pain.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mary
that
J.
was a
Blige,
jam.
just Mary J. Blige things.
Mm-hmm.
It was produced by Dr. Dre. Um,
Mm.
yes. It
Dr. Dre.
topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Um, starting on November 3rd. So this is now months after it was released. It started
Yeah.
topping the Billboard Hot 100 for 6 weeks,
Wow.
which actually, if I remember correctly, kicked Alicia Keys off number one, Fallin off
From
from
Fallen.
yeah from number one.
Oh wow.
I believe, if I remember correctly. I do know that
Yeah.
it was an Alicia Keys song for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then lyrically, it's just a song about having fun, getting drunk, dancing the night away, like leaving your worries at the door. Cause like now we're here, we're enjoying ourselves, we're having fun, and we're gonna do this until tomorrow, and then you can resume your life, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, 20 years later, the song is 2 decades old, guys. Just
Mm-hmm.
okay. 20 years later, Mary J. Blige performed that song at the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know how iconic that song is. Okay. That
Yeah.
20 years later, people still want to hear that. People still jam to it. The reason that I picked it as one of my favorite songs is that, once again, it's one of those songs that is in every party playlist. Every time that song comes on, it's a guaranteed good time. Everybody's on the dance
Mm-hmm.
floor. Again, me included, I'm right there. I'm right there dancing, having a good ass
Yeah.
time. Mary J. Blige is an excellent vocalist. She's such a good singer.
She is.
Like, yeah, go revisit her whole discography to remind yourself, because
Yeah.
she did the damn thing every album. Um, Again, it's timeless. It never
Mm-hmm.
gets old.
Nope.
The music video is just happy, good vibes. People just enjoying themselves at a party in the club, which is the whole purpose of the song in and of itself. So I just think that there's a very complete encapsulation of the feeling of just enjoying
Right.
yourself,
Yeah.
and letting go,
Yeah.
um, which is what I really like about it and what I really remember about it. And like revisiting it for today's podcast, I was like, yeah, it still does the thing. So that was my fifth song, and
Yes.
that then concludes our top 10 songs from the 2000s.
Yes.
We'll put the songs and who they're by in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description. If you're listening on Spotify or Anchor, it's in the description. But also on our Instagram, you can see a post with our picks on it. So for last week's episode on our favorite albums, we put them on our Instagram account, and I've also
Yeah.
edited the captions on Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube to include the things.
Thank you for listening to us, and for those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for watching and listening.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. If
And
you're
turn post
listening,
notifications
oh
on.
yeah, and turn them on. And if you're listening to us on Spotify and Anchor, please don't forget to rate our podcast and follow us. And please don't forget to follow us on social media at Don't Touch My Music Pod on Instagram and at Don't Touch My Music Pod on TikTok. There you'll be able to find all the things, all the bloopers, all the videos, all the infos as well. Okay. So see you
Mm-hmm.
next time, guys. Back on Monday.
Bye. Oh, sorry. Bye.
Bye.